So that was such a powerful video. I really liked how Kiera, the foster parent, created an emotional container for Zoe. I'm wondering if you could speak a little bit to the different ways that she did a nice job creating that container.
Right. Well, remember, an emotional container that caregivers provide is because children who've experienced significant loss or early childhood trauma have great difficulty regulating their emotions. So sometimes the caregiver has to be the one to hold them and create that container. So there are a couple of scenes in there where I think she does an incredible job. The scene where Zoe comes into her classroom and realizes that her brother's been moved, and she starts throwing things and yelling and screaming, and then she gets down on the floor and she's sending a signal out to Kiera to stay away. And what Kiera does is beautiful. She steps back, but she stays there. Right? And I think other people would have left because this kid was being pretty obnoxious. Get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. And Kiera just stayed and was present with her. That was a beautiful scene, I thought.
I also wonder a little bit about Kiera's interactions with the school. It seems like she was advocating for Zoe not to be on medications, but that other powers decided that that was necessary. And what were your thoughts on that?
I thought what was great is that Zoe got to hear Kiera sticking up for her. So Kiera said, I don't think she should be on medications. She needs more time with her mom, or she needs more therapy. And even though ultimately the adults decided that Zoe should be on medications, and Kiera did enforce her taking the medication, Zoe got to hear Kiera defend her and stick up for her, which I thought was beautiful.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
One of the other things I think that Kiera did a nice job of was the tornado. Kind of using that as a metaphor or a way to be able to have Zoe see herself and her experience in her current situation differently.
Right.
What did you think about using that idea of being a metaphor in the storm?
Well, I liked that because I think Kiera was really creative. She noticed that Zoe liked The Wizard of Oz, so she had been reading that, so she made that connection. She had seen some of Zoe's drawings, and she took that information that she knew about Zoe and then altered it just a little bit to give her a piece of hope and something to hang on to. So I thought that was a great way to be an emotional container for Zoe.
I think so too. Yeah. Were there other ways that she was being a container in the video? And my follow-up question would be, what are other ways that caregivers can create an emotional container for children and youth that they're caring for?
I think there were a number of things. I think just Kiera's constant stability, that she stayed calm in her reactions to Zoe, that she answered her questions, that it was clear that she had kind of a structure and a schedule to their day. She made sure that Zoe still had contact with her brother even after her brother left. So I think all of those things are things that caregivers can do to be calm and consistent, to be honest with kids, to get down at their level, to give them things to hang on to and move forward with, like the metaphor of the tornado and coming out of that in a solid way. So
yeah, definitely. It was great.
Yeah.